When people talk about attractiveness, they often think of physical traits, a fit body, a symmetrical face, or stylish clothes. But the truth is, the most magnetic people in any room aren't necessarily the most beautiful ones. They're the ones who carry themselves with quiet certainty. They have something deeper, an aura of presence. That presence is born from stillness, self-control, and inner peace, the essence of Stoic confidence. A Stoic doesn't try to impress others with loud gestures or fake smiles. He doesn't chase attention or approval. He understands that true beauty is calm power. When you meet someone like that, you instantly feel it. They don't need to say much, yet their energy fills the space. Their body language speaks before their mouth ever does. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your posture, your movements, and even the way you breathe, all of it reflects your inner world. If your mind is chaotic, your body will show it. If your soul is grounded, your body language becomes effortlessly attractive. That's the Stoic way, mastering the self before trying to master the world. Think about how most people behave when they walk into a crowded room. Their eyes dart around nervously, shoulders tense, their body slightly hunched as if protecting itself from judgment. Every small movement screams insecurity. They want to be liked, noticed, accepted, and that neediness leaks through their body language, like a quiet cry for validation. Now picture the opposite. A Stoic enters the same room with no rush. His steps are steady, his posture straight yet relaxed. His gaze is calm, not searching. He doesn't need to prove he belongs, he already knows he does. There's no arrogance in his presence, just a quiet sense of control. That kind of energy is magnetic. People notice not because he demands attention, but because he radiates composure. Attractive body language is not about dominance or seduction. It's about alignment. When your inner state and outer behavior are in harmony. Most people live disconnected from themselves, pretending to be confident while their body betrays their anxiety. Stoic body language is honest. It doesn't pretend. It simply expresses what's real. Calm confidence rooted in self-awareness. Seneca taught that the greatest empire is to rule oneself. If you can't control your posture, your expressions, or your reactions, then your body rules you, not the other way around. Every Stoic knows that your body is the first battlefield for mastery. How you stand, how you breathe, how you react when someone insults you, all of it reveals the strength of your discipline. Let's be clear, Stoic attractiveness isn't about appearing emotionless or robotic. It's about being emotionally stable. When others lose control, you remain composed. When people gossip, you stay silent. When life hits hard, your body doesn't collapse under the weight of stress. This resilience, this inner calm is irresistibly attractive, because in a world full of noise, peace stands out. If you study the behavior of great leaders, philosophers, and warriors, you'll notice something in common. Their movements are minimal but meaningful. They speak less, but every word has weight. They move slowly, but with purpose. They don't fidget, because their mind isn't restless. This stillness is what draws people in. It's not magic, it's discipline. The first step to cultivating this presence is awareness. Notice how your body behaves when you're anxious or distracted. Do you cross your arms? Do you tap your foot? Do you look down when someone speaks to you? These small habits send signals of uncertainty. A Stoic observes himself constantly, not to criticize, but to correct. Each moment is an opportunity to embody self-command. Next, practice deliberate movement. When you walk, walk as if you know exactly where you're going. Even if you don't, when you sit, let your back be straight. Not stiff, but proud. When you talk, keep your gestures controlled, your hands visible, your voice calm. People subconsciously trust those who move with purpose and restraint. Finally, practice non-reactivity. The most attractive body language in the world comes from those who are unshaken. If someone insults you, your body doesn't flinch. If plans change, your face doesn't crumble in frustration. That physical calmness shows the world that your emotions are under your command, and nothing draws respect faster than that. The Stoics didn't care about being liked. They cared about being virtuous, disciplined, and in control of themselves. Ironically, that's exactly what makes them so captivating even centuries later. When you embody Stoic principles, your body language naturally shifts. You stop trying to look confident and simply be confident. Your stillness, your posture, your eye contact, all begin to reflect your mastery over self. The truth is, 99% of people let their emotions control their body language. They slouch when sad, shrink when nervous, and explode when angry. But the top 1%, the Stoics, move through the world like calm oceans. Deep, silent, powerful. And when others look at them, they see something rare. Not beauty, but balance. In a world where everyone is rushing, fidgeting, and talking too much, stillness is power. People mistake movement for confidence. They wave their hands, tap their feet, or constantly adjust themselves to seem energetic. But true confidence doesn't need to move. It already owns the moment. That's why when someone with real composure enters a room, people feel it before they even speak. The Stoics understood this long before modern psychology confirmed it. The calmer you are, the more control you have, not just over yourself, but over how others perceive you. Stillness isn't the absence of energy. It's energy perfectly contained. Think of a lion in the wild. It doesn't pace nervously or roar without reason. It moves only when it chooses to, and that's what makes it commanding. The lion doesn't need to prove its dominance. Its stillness already communicates it. Humans work the same way. When your body is calm and composed, you send a powerful signal. I'm in control. I don't need to chase or perform. Most people are uncomfortable with silence and stillness. They're addicted to motion, not because they're busy, but because they're restless inside. Their mind jumps from one thought to another and their body follows. They scroll their phone, adjust their clothes, touch their hair, or laugh too loud, all unconscious attempts to escape discomfort. But that behavior only reveals insecurity. A Stoic, however, finds power in doing less. When Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful than your own soul," he was describing the posture of composure. Your movements reflect the state of your mind. A calm mind moves slowly, deliberately. It's not in a hurry, because it's not afraid of missing out. The Stoic moves with intention, not impulse. When you practice stillness, you start to notice how much energy most people waste through unnecessary movement. Every twitch, every nervous shift, every overreaction drains presence. Imagine being the opposite, grounded, steady, silent. When someone argues, you stay still. When someone tries to provoke you, you breathe. When everyone else loses control, you remain calm. That's when your presence becomes magnetic. Composure is not about suppressing emotion, it's about mastering it. Seneca wrote that anger, fear, and anxiety destroy a person's dignity because they twist the body and distort the face. The Stoic doesn't hide emotion. He contains it. You can feel rage, but you don't flinch. You can feel nervous, but your hands stay relaxed. You can be uncertain, but your eyes remain steady. That's composure, emotion under command. In conversations, the most charismatic people are the calmest ones. They don't rush to fill silence. They don't interrupt or over-explain. They listen fully, nod slowly, and speak when necessary. Their words have weight because their presence gives them gravity. This is the kind of silent authority Stoicism cultivates. Not loud confidence, but controlled energy. To develop this, start by slowing down your daily movements. Walk slightly slower than you usually do. Speak a little slower than you think you should. Take deliberate pauses before you respond. These small habits train your body to align with your mind. Over time, people will begin to associate you with stability. You'll stop being the one reacting to life. You'll be the one directing it. Your breathing is also a key part of stillness. Most people breathe shallowly, especially when anxious. Stoics practice deep, slow breathing, not as a performance, but as a way to control their physiology. When you breathe slowly, your nervous system calms, and your body naturally projects confidence. It's subtle, but people feel it. Composure also means not letting external chaos infect your body language. Someone cuts you off in traffic, insults you, or challenges you. Your body stays relaxed. No clenched fists, no raised shoulders, no twitching eyebrows. This self-control communicates strength louder than any words. You're showing the world that you cannot be provoked easily, that your peace isn't up for negotiation. There's a reason why ancient Stoics, samurai warriors, and monks all practiced stillness, more because it's the root of mastery. When your body becomes still, your awareness sharpens. You can read people better, think clearer, and make wiser decisions. And paradoxically, that makes you far more attractive. People crave calmness because it's rare. In a sea of overstimulation, the composed person becomes a sanctuary. Remember this: movement attracts attention, but stillness commands respect. The Stoic doesn't need to dominate others. He simply dominates himself. When your body language reflects peace, it creates psychological safety around you. People trust those who are calm under pressure. They see you as dependable, someone whose emotions don't control them. And that's an energy most can't resist. In every social situation, the person with the most composure has the most power. Not because they're loud, but because they're anchored. They move like a mountain, solid, unshaken, unmoved by storms. There's a kind of power that doesn't come from words or physical strength. It comes from the eyes. The way you look at the world, and the way you let it look back at you, reveals everything about your state of mind. Stoics understood this long before psychology began studying nonverbal communication. Your eyes are the window to your discipline, your peace, and your courage. Most people's gaze is restless. They look away too quickly, darting between faces and screens. Their eyes betray anxiety, fear of judgment, and insecurity. They can't hold eye contact because it feels too vulnerable, as if someone might see what they're trying to hide. But the Stoic has nothing to hide. His eyes are calm because his soul is calm. His gaze is steady because he lives in alignment with his values. When you develop the Stoic gaze, you stop looking for approval. You're no longer scanning for reactions or seeking validation. You look at people to see them, not to see how they see you. That's a subtle but powerful difference. You're not performing. You're perceiving. You meet the world as it is without flinching. That calm certainty radiates through your eyes and changes how others feel around you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoic gaze reflects that same principle. You don't need to announce your strength. Your eyes quietly declare it. When you look at someone with the composure of a disciplined mind, it communicates presence, truth, and fearlessness. You're saying without words, "I am here and I am unshaken." There's a misconception that strong eye contact means staring intensely or trying to dominate someone with your gaze. That's not Stoic. That's insecurity pretending to be power. Real strength is gentle. Stoic eye contact isn't about intimidation. It's about stability. You don't glare, you observe. You don't chase, you simply remain. Think about the difference between a nervous person and a grounded one during conversation. The nervous one blinks excessively, looks down, or avoids eye contact altogether. Their eyes reveal uncertainty. The grounded person, on the other hand, maintains steady eye contact. Not too long, not too short, just balanced. They're fully there, listening with their whole being. That kind of gaze makes people feel seen, respected, and understood, and that's incredibly attractive. When you hold calm eye contact, people sense your authenticity. You're not trying to sell them an image. You're not trying to manipulate their emotions. You're simply present. The human brain is wired to detect authenticity, and it relaxes around those who radiate it. That's why people often feel drawn to those with calm eyes. It's like standing in front of someone who's seen the chaos of life and refused to let it break them. Seneca taught that our outer behavior mirrors our inner state. So if your gaze is scattered, your mind likely is too. If your eyes are full of tension, it means your thoughts are restless. But when you train your attention, when you learn to focus on what's in front of you, without judgment, your gaze naturally becomes steady. That's why Stoicism emphasizes mindfulness through reason and awareness. The mind you control gives rise to the gaze you control. Here's a simple Stoic exercise. Next time you're talking to someone, hold eye contact for one extra heartbeat after they finish speaking. Don't rush to reply. Just pause, breathe, and see them. That moment of grounded stillness builds presence. You're telling them through silence that you're truly listening, not waiting to talk. This tiny act shifts the entire energy of an interaction. Another exercise. Practice observing your surroundings without reacting. Look at people, nature, or even your reflection with neutral curiosity. Don't judge, don't analyze, just see. The more you can look at life without emotional turbulence, the calmer your gaze becomes. You'll notice that your eyes begin to mirror your discipline, slower blinks, relaxed focus, and a soft steadiness that others will sense immediately. In Stoicism, the eyes are not just sensory organs. They are symbols of the soul's state. When your thoughts are chaotic, your gaze wanders. When your mind is grounded in virtue and reason, your gaze settles into clarity. That's why soldiers, monks, and Stoic philosophers all share that same look. The look of someone who has faced themselves and found peace. Attractive eye contact isn't about charm, it's about integrity. It's the kind of look that says, "I'm not pretending." It's the gaze of someone who's comfortable in silence, who doesn't fear judgment, and who can hold space for others without losing their center. People feel that even if they can't explain it. When you master your gaze, you master connection. Your calm eyes will disarm aggression, soften defensiveness, and inspire respect. Because in a world where everyone's looking for attention, you'll be the rare one who looks with intention. Remember, the Stoic doesn't look to impress, he looks to understand. His eyes don't beg for validation. They offer peace. His gaze isn't loud, but it's unforgettable. The next time you look into someone's eyes, let yours speak the language of composure. I see you. I'm here, and nothing can shake me. Your posture tells your story long before your words ever do. The way you stand, sit, and move sends powerful signals to the world about who you are, confident or insecure, disciplined or distracted, centered or chaotic. Most people ignore this, but the Stoics didn't. To them, posture was not vanity. It was philosophy in motion. It was proof of inner order. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength, which will always spring up if you will always look there." Your posture is a reflection of that inner source. When your spine is straight, your chest open, and your head lifted with quiet dignity, you're not just holding your body up, you're holding your spirit up. That's what makes Stoic posture so commanding. It represents self-mastery. Walk into a room full of people and notice how few stand tall. You'll see slouched shoulders, bent backs, restless hands, and faces buried in phones. It's not that they're lazy, it's that they're unaware. Their body language reveals how they feel inside. Small, anxious, unsure. But when someone with aligned posture walks in, upright, composed, balanced, everything changes. The room notices. They don't have to say a word. Their presence already speaks. Stoics believe that the body and mind are deeply connected. If your body is weak and collapsed, your thoughts follow. If your body is aligned and alert, your mind becomes clear. Epictetus taught his students to carry themselves with dignity, no matter the circumstance. Even as a slave, he stood tall because he refused to let external conditions define his internal state. That's the Stoic posture, unbroken no matter what happens outside you. Posture isn't about appearing superior. It's about embodying balance. The Stoic's posture is both firm and relaxed, strength without stiffness, confidence without arrogance. It's the physical expression of mental clarity. When you stand tall, you remind yourself and everyone around you, I am in control of myself. That simple reminder changes everything about how people perceive you. In practical terms, start with awareness. Throughout the day, check in with your body. Are your shoulders rounded? Is your chest collapsed? Is your neck bent forward like the weight of the world is hanging on it? If so, pause. Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders back. Straighten your spine. Let your arms rest naturally. Lift your head, not in pride but in presence. You'll immediately feel the difference. Your breathing deepens. Your thoughts slow down. You feel centered again. This posture also affects how people respond to you. When you stand upright, people subconsciously read you as capable and trustworthy. They sense your stability. It's a primal signal in every culture. Open and balanced posture communicates strength. That's why soldiers, leaders, and monks all train their posture as part of discipline. It's not aesthetics. It's command. But Stoic posture is more than just standing straight. It's about energy alignment. When your posture is correct, your body channels energy efficiently. You move deliberately. You conserve strength. You appear calm because you are calm. The Stoics believed in harmony between mind and body. If one is off balance, the other follows. Posture is the bridge that keeps them united. Now think about how posture changes under stress. When you're angry, you lean forward. When you're afraid, you shrink back. When you're defeated, you droop. Your body collapses under emotion. But the Stoic reverses that pattern. When chaos hits, he straightens his back. When insulted, he keeps his chest open. When challenged, he stands firm. He uses his body as a reminder, I will not yield to emotion. That physical act strengthens his mental discipline. In conversation, posture speaks louder than words. When you stand tall with relaxed shoulders and steady breathing, people feel your composure. You don't need to lean in aggressively. To be heard, your stillness commands attention. You don't slouch to seem humble. Your calm confidence is humility. The Stoic doesn't try to look important. He simply is because he controls himself. Here's a powerful exercise. Every time you walk through a doorway, straighten your posture and take one conscious breath. Imagine you're stepping into the world as a disciplined being. That tiny act of awareness rewires your habits. Over time, it becomes automatic. You'll notice that your mood, energy, and confidence all rise with your posture. The beauty of Stoic posture is that it's silent strength. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't shout. It simply stands. Whether in moments of success or failure, you hold the same form. That consistency builds trust in yourself and respect from others. People will start to see you as someone who cannot be shaken easily, and they'll feel that, even before you speak. Remember, posture is philosophy made visible. It's your values expressed through your stance. When you walk, walk as though your steps matter. When you stand, stand as though you are the guardian of your peace. When you sit, sit with intention, not collapsing into the chair, but resting with balance. Every moment of physical control reinforces your mental discipline. The Stoic posture is not just about how you look, it's about how you live. When your body aligns with your principles, you move through the world with quiet authority, and that kind of presence is far more attractive than any temporary charm.